Greetings, welcome. I'd love to purchase your vacant Lion Choice building in Independence, Missouri. I found the building looking on Crexy.com. I'm a data guy. I love to study these kinds of buildings. I love the data, who's coming and who's going, who's staying, who's not coming back, and what brands are they visiting, how often are they visiting those brands, what are their economics, what are their backgrounds, where do they live, are they traveling through, are they coming and going, are they repeating, are they coming back regularly. I love to study that, and I love to study the brands that are there. When those brands are there and they're doing that kind of business in other markets, they should be doing this kind of business here too. In those other markets, they're next to other brands that are missing here. I like to reach out to those brands and tell them about this location. I like to show it to them and offer to resurface a building, recolor it, rework the building for them so they can use the building for their brand going forward. My name's Luke Smith. A little bit more about me in this video. I started with buying $500 desert squares. I used to buy them and sell them on the internet. I sold them for terms, I sold them for cash, I promoted them on all kinds of websites. I promoted them on YouTube and lots of places. And I sold the properties and I had a lot of happy customers. A guy just called me yesterday about a property he bought near 10 years ago from me, and he just called to thank me. It changed his life. He watched some of my videos and got him off the couch, got him out of his job and his disastrous marriage, the way he put it, and got him on the road to go look at properties that I had for sale in places he'd never heard of. He went and looked at them, eventually started picking a couple of them up, and now he's buying and selling those kinds of properties too. I love to hear those kinds of reviews. I've got lots of reviews like that from lots of properties that I've sold, but that was starting with the $500 properties. Over time, I started getting the nerve to buy $800 properties and $1,000 properties and $5,000 properties, $10,000 properties, and eventually a couple $100,000 properties, $500,000 properties and up. And somewhere in there along the way, I started getting into these high traffic retail properties. High traffic retail properties like this property used to be in front of the Menards before the Lion's Choice was built on it. They've been building some neighbors, Dairy Queen and the racetrack a couple doors over. Just recently, the Dutch Brothers a couple doors up. There looks like another vacant lot in between the Dutch Brothers and the Black Bear Cafe. There's a car wash next to the Dutch Brothers that's going in as well. The brands are piling in, they're showing up, they're making it happen over time. But this one is there, it's vacant. I think it could happen a lot faster. When I started getting into those kinds of vacant properties, I had a heck of a time selling those properties. Some of them sold really fast, lots of them sat around forever. I tried multiple different brokers, I tried multiple different sales pitches and every angle I could come up with. The only way that I could really get them to go systematically was when I found a tenant. So I spent a lot of time and energy looking for tenants for these properties. I did all kinds of marketing and outreach. I sent letters to everybody that I thought would be good at going to those properties. I sent letters to the owners of the properties that I thought would go in there. That didn't work at all, but I got some responses off the letters, and I kept a lot of data and I kept a lot of the names and a lot of what they're asking for. I started sending more letters, more direct letters to find tenants for those properties. I started doing a lot of email to the people that I got their contact information for, of what kind of properties they're looking for. I kept the databases on it and started reaching out to them, say, hey, I got this one, I think it'll work for you. As that happened over time, my databases got more accurate. I started doing a lot more email outreach and a lot more phone outreach as I got more contact information. I got more data and I got more direct, and I got to know more about these properties and what these people were asking for and what they wanted in their next property. I've done that over years. I've learned how to find tenants for these properties. Now I teach a little course. You can see a link in the description below if you're watching this video and you're interested in finding tenants. I teach a little course. I show and tell and get into it. It's free. You can start for free and it leads on from there. I love finding tenants for these kinds of properties. I see your property. I see that it's relatively newer build. It looks like a solid looking building. It doesn't need much, but probably color changing and the right tenant to make it happen. I think those happen a lot faster than vacant land deals. I would like to work on your property. So what I'm asking for in this offer that I'm sending you is some time to work on the tenants that I know, that I work with, that I talk to. Then I want to talk to them and I want to make them happen. I want to show them this property and I want to tell them I'll finance it for them and get them in there, get them to agree on paying rent and go close with you as fast as I can, have them go lease it up and take off with it from there. If you're interested in that approach and you're open to that, I'm here. Here's my offer. It's sending it along with this video. Please take a look at it. Please consider my offer. Hope to hear back from you soon. My name is Luke Smith. You can read up on me on the internet. Feel free to ask questions. My phone number is included. My contact information is included. I'd love to answer questions and let you know how I can help you with this property. Thank you for listening. Bye.